Okay, let's just jump into this. Won't be here too long. Just briefly, I want to do something and to test something and see how it works at night. Okay, we're going. Put some comments in there. Let's see. Okay, you should be able to see me in a sec. Well, you can probably see me now. Let's talk about numbers. The video that I put up today, I talked about this, and I'm actually going to show you exactly what I was talking about and why you got to look at this stuff. Let's see, let me make sure this is live for someone who may come in while I've got this up. Put this here. There we go. All right. You have people who are not really looking past now or past whatever they have to do or whatever their motivating thing. It's just you don't have a lot of that. But you got to have some numbers to look at year after year. And I'm going to show you my numbers. And I'm going to explain a few things to you. All right, as we get into this, let me make sure you can see it. Cool. All right, I can't go back to 2009 because data is, I did this last year, but it's getting to the point. This is my 7th year. In August, I'll be going into my 8th year on YouTube. So it's getting a little hard to go back. And part of the reason is they keep updating the dash. Back in the day, this didn't exist. It was only this, just views, none of this stuff. All right, so this is as far back as I can go, but there's more views than that, but it'll make sense in the next slide. All right, so we jump in here. This is 2011, the first full year, because I started August 6, 2009, so it was only 4 months in that year that I started. But for that complete, from August 2009 to August 2010, I had 54,000 views for the year. Now this was January 11th to December 11th. I had 682,000 views. Now that is 4 years ago. We're about 5 years away from that. Now this is where things start to get interesting. Then I almost double in 2012. Now this is something else. I started to tinker with the formula. I started to make some changes with what I was doing because I was doubling. And if you have a business, you're going to have 2 to 3 key metrics that you have to look at every year, and those metrics are going to allow you to say that my business is doing better, my business is not. Now this is where I start to screw up. You notice I went down. 2012 is when I started changing things up. I started talking about different topics. This is when I started to lose people. But once again, because I was looking at these numbers and I was paying attention, I know why I lost people and why this number went down instead of up. Also, 2012 was my worst year doing this because I made that change. Close to it. It wasn't actually the worst year. The first year was the worst year, but it was close to it. So I make some adjustments. Then I bring it back up. Once again, we're doing different topics, talking about different stuff. People are starting to migrate away from the channel, but that's to be expected when you change things up. So I rebound really, really strong because this is the thing. I doubled my numbers after coming out of a shitty year, I came strong and I got stronger. And incidentally, 2015 was the best year I had ever since I was doing this. But let's go back. First year, well, not the first year, but we start getting data at this point. Just look at it. So you've got to have some hardline numbers that you can look at, because the YouTube channel is a traffic generator. That was the sole purpose for this thing, was to generate traffic. I didn't understand what I was doing in the beginning, but now I have a clearer understanding. And you got to have these numbers to look at, because this is good, but this is much better. It's more than double this number. That's how long people stayed watching videos. I was doing AM hustle, I was doing PM hustle, I was doing a lot of stuff. And then we go here, doesn't put everything there, because like I said, I started in 2009, but it doesn't include that there. And this is the path. But if you notice, there's a big jump. There's a big jump. So you got to have those numbers to look at, because if you don't have those numbers, where are you going? How are you flying? What's happening? What is the deal? So come out of there. So that's just an explanation. That's what I was talking about in that video. You've got to have these numbers. You've got to have something to really look at. And also, we've emerged from the hustle to a real business, because we're going, the name has changed. Some of the functionality has changed. Some of, it was a publishing company at first, which I went away from, but now it's a media company. And there's some more stuff that's coming this year. But just to show you, when you are on your numbers, what you can do. Because if you have no numbers in your business that you're looking at like that, or you don't have an accountant, you're just hustling. You really don't have a business. You're just hustling, because you could be losing money, but you don't know it. You could be making money, but it gets absorbed in the cash flow and spending. You don't know it, because you're not looking at your numbers. This is one of the most important things you have to do. And this is one of the reasons that I've just changed up a lot of the stuff that I do and how I do it. Because if I'm with someone who has business aspirations, which are wonderful, which are great, but they have no numbers, they have no process, then we would be building from the bottom to something. And I just don't think that for the average person, that's a good allocation of resources. I mean, you could just spend hours and hours, getting all this quote free information for a line, and at least get yourself a workable model where you're making some money. I think you could do that. But if you are interested in working with me, there's a number below, and I suggest you watch the video before this one, and that will give you an idea of how I work and how things should go. Because I can't help you if you have something worth to help you with. I mean, you got to have something. You got to have a process. Because what some people, and this is the reason that I've become really strict, and I've become, I think, a better resource to people, is if I can't help you, I'm going to tell you. And a lot of times it's just real simple. And I mean, it's just, hey, I can't help you. I'm like, look, we're not a good fit. We should not date. It was nice having coffee with you. And that's going to be the deal, because many people, I think, are seduced by the internet and quick profits and quick money. But once again, I'm going to get in here really quick, just show you something. Because this is the thing. Because for those of you who want to do YouTube, but you're looking to do what I call hitting a quick lick, you want to make some money, you're not overly invested in creating anything of value, you're not interested in legacy, none of that stuff, because this is what I know about YouTube. And many people think it's crowded. It's saturated with a lot of it. I'm trying to do something real quick, but it's not saturated with people who are saying, I'm going to do this channel, I'm going to do this business for the next 10 years. when you start saying things like that, and I have a 5-year plan, I have a 10-year plan, then it's not really saturated. It's not really crowded, because most people peter out after about 12 to 24 months on their channel, right? This is when this started. And see, this is the new thing. I'm going to show you some other stuff, because I get a lot of people who want to, quote, talk to me about starting a YouTube channel. And I can help you, but I'm not going to just sit on the phone and be your boyfriend or your girlfriend and just talk to you about your ideas and your hopes and ambitions when you have not created your first video, you have not uploaded anything. You don't even know if you like making videos. You have no clue. So a lot of stuff's going. But below the video, once it goes ahead and renders, because I'm going to leave this up for a little bit, then you will see a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, and hopefully you'll have a better handle on that. And something else that I've noticed, when we start drilling down to hard business, numbers, stuff like that, and I start asking questions, it's just silence. It's just silence. I really think that many people don't want a long-term business. I think they just want to make some money and get the hell on. It's just too competitive for that. I mean, you can do it. There are some people who are even doing that method of starting the business on a higher level, but it's not going to last. That's all I'm saying. It's not going to last. So if you're interested in working with me, go below the video, be the phone number, make your call, tell me some stuff about your business. What your business you're going to try to start, how much money you making, how long you've been in business, what your goal, that kind of stuff. Those are the calls I return. Just, hey Glendon, could you holler at your boy? Hey Glendon, give me a call back. No information, I don't know anything. Those are called rabbit holes. Those are called dangerous, dark tunnels. And I don't return those calls. Just saying, because I don't know what I'm getting myself into. So go ahead and put some stuff down, and I'll see you in the next video.